Another use for refactoring is safe delete, because when you delete something, you don't really want to delete it if it's still being used. And IntelliJ will go and check it for you. Will check inside your code path whether it's actually being used. So, for example, I've got my data holder over here. Let's delete that, right? And I say delete, and it actually does, by default, ask me if I want to do a safe delete with usage search. And by default, it looks in comments and strings and text occurrences. So some of these you might not want to do because it will give you, in some cases, too many different places which are not relevant. But I'm happy with that, and it's not used, so boom, it's gone. Let's also delete the empty array list. We're not using that anymore. So delete, safe delete, and now it says, aha, we found it's actually being used. So then you can say view usages, and you can see where it's being used. You can say, oh my goodness, I'm still using it inside my array list test. So I can't delete it because it's still in use. So this is useful, and it does a reasonable job. It's not always perfect. Sometimes it gets it a bit wrong. It normally errs on the side of caution. So it often will tell you, well, you know, this class is used somewhere, when actually it's not really in use. Only there's a comment somewhere, there's a string somewhere, which happens to have the same text. Be very careful of very generically named things like button, or a class called button, because there might easily be something called button somewhere in the comments or the source code, which has nothing to do with your button. So it searches the normal Java class, but also searches text and strings. So beware of that.